What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Oh man, that's a letdown. That was a letdown. I'm gonna be straight honest. I
was too reserved.
I wanted to see where it would go because it felt like it was building to somewhere.
And then I ran out of time.
You ran out of time or breath or...
Yeah, it was just like the scale went as far as it could go.
He's getting a 0 over here.
No, that's fine. Of course. The Falcon knows about failing. I don't know if it was that bad.
Yeah, it was how my heart felt.
Welcome into the Spitballers. We have a show for you today, episode 311. Mike is out sick today, but Jason and I, we did not want to leave you for the holiday break without a new episode of the Spitballers. So it is our...
Not only that, but this is for science.
It's for science, the very first
the first
person spit.
And maybe the last. We'll find out whether we can two-man spit.
I'm not encouraged by the fact that you are preceding the recording of this show with digestive decision-making that may leave you hoping for energy.
I have no energy. I am already hoping for energy. My bubble guts are here. My tum-tum feels like it needs more room but doesn't have more room.
You have eaten your way to better health over the past, I'd say, 4 or 5 months?
6 months.
6
yeah.
months. Sorry.
7
months. But, I mean, you had been very used to maybe a slightly less disciplined diet. Now that if you have a meal here or there now, are you getting, is it hitting differently?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I used to be able to eat anything and have no, this is really, if I can do a PSA for all the unhealthy people out there, never change, right? I mean, I could eat any fast food and I would look at you and Mike, you'd be like, oh, that'll wreck me. I'm like, nothing wrecks me.
But now it wrecks you.
Yeah. Now my body's like, what in the crap was that?
Well,
I'm not prepared for this.
That's probably good.
Yeah,
it's a really good thing.
It's a good thing. My body's like, I don't like that. I don't want that. But the heart wants what the heart wants. You know?
And you were taking your father out to lunch. And
yeah.
One thing led to a Mongolian beef plate.
Man. Oh, did you get the lunch portion at least? No, I didn't get the lunch portion, Andy.
We didn't ask that.
They serve entree portion all day.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You didn't get any appetizers or sides.
I did not get any appetizers. I had pork pot stickers.
Okay. Well, look.
I didn't split them evenly with my father.
You didn't?
They were so good.
You ate most of them.
Yeah, I kept going. I kept doing the thing. This was 2 pot stickers left.
Gonna eat that?
I didn't do the gonna eat that.
You just took it?
I had the thought of like, oh, I should ask or see how many he's at. I'm like, these are good. I'm just going to grab it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I ate it. And then there's the one left. And I just went, I'm going
to eat the whole thing.
It felt like the burger sketch. I'm like, I'm not going to ask permission or forgiveness.
He could always order more.
Yeah, I'm just going to eat those because they were awesome.
I'm going to eat these. All right, we have Would You Rather. We have a Jason Explains that I just told him about on the show. He doesn't know what it's about, but he knows how to explain many things.
I already know how to explain it.
Right.
I don't know what the topic is, but I know I can explain it.
It's something you'll know very well, but slightly less well than metal. You know metal a little bit.
I mean, I don't know anything else as well as metal.
Right. That's a great question on the show. And then with the holiday season, we are drafting the best things to do in the snow. Something we have so little
I was going to say,
experience
if you want expertise on things you can do in the snow during the holiday season, you've come to the right place. Because I have been in the snow before. A few times.
Right. You know everything there is.
Yeah.
That should have been the Jason Explains.
Our Arizona native podcast here is pretty much high-level experts on things like snow, hockey, cold weather.
Yeah, these are things that you grew up.
Yeah, I know all of it.
All right, well, let's kick it off, Jay. Let's see how we do on Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
All right, Jason, Ellie from the website has a very important question for us. Would you rather hold mistletoe over the head of a stranger while winking at them,
Oh, that's fun.
or sit on the lap of a stranger while telling them your wish list? What?
Okay,
See,
so
this whole question is messing with me
all right.
because, like, one of these you could do to a stranger and they wouldn't know.
Well,
like
they,
they'd eventually notice, but it would be like a gag. You'd look awkward and stupid and dumb, and the mistletoe one.
I mean, they would know. They would know right away. You're not going up behind them and like.
I imagine you would.
Well, but it says you're winking at them.
Well, that's the yeah. But I mean, how do you sit on somebody's lap? You don't even ask? Is that Al? Will you explain the situation here for me?
Yeah, you're at the food court in the mall, and you're either walking up to a stranger and putting this mistletoe above their head and winking, or you're just going to go sit in their lap and start telling them your wish list.
I'm not sitting on somebody.
So
I'm not sitting on somebody. It's one of my rules of life.
I have a constitution about me that I could easily do either one of these things. I don't think I would. I don't think I would have a problem if it was for a fun joke. You know, like a hidden TV show type of thing. I could go sit on someone's lap, no problem, and I could probably get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. Once you make physical contact, it's a whole nother level, though. Like, these are not fair comparisons. Going up to someone with a mistletoe and being like,
Wink, wink.
wink, wink, that doesn't – you're not necessarily invading someone the way that sitting on their lap.
What would you do? Put yourself in the opposite situation. Both of these things are happening to you.
Okay.
How do you react to each one of them, honestly?
Who's doing it? You know what I mean?
Who's sitting on your lap?
Who's sitting on my lap? I mean, that's going to make a pretty big difference.
Yeah, I mean,
some stranger like Al Borland comes up and sits on my lap. That's gonna be a little rough.
Do they have like a really big rolled up Christmas list? Is this an obvious Christmas thing?
Nope, I think you just sit down and start telling them what you want.
I want for a
man. Well, that's kind of insulting now because Santa's fat. I mean, just there's no other
so
way.
They assume you're Santa.
Yeah, like, well, wait, you thought I was Santa?
Yeah.
I mean, I got a beard and it's getting some grays.
And
I'm fat.
Are you Santa? I want a big new bicycle. No, look, the mistletoe's the answer.
What do you want for Christmas?
I never know.
I never know.
No, people ask all the time, and I have no idea, but I know people like to buy gifts for people. So I have to figure it out because they get mad at me, and I don't really think about it that way.
It's hard as an adult because when you want something, you have the capability to get that thing, right? Unless it's this crazy expensive, it's like, oh, I want that car. You can't just go out and get yourself that car. But if there's like, generally speaking,
if you want caviar, you get caviar.
I'm just saying, like, what about the Deucers? Do you guys have this problem where like you just buy yourself what you want and you don't have a bunch of leftover stuff?
I definitely do.
Yeah.
Anything that is cheap enough that I would ask somebody else to buy it for me, I've already bought.
That's what it is.
If it's too expensive for me to buy it, I'm not going to ask you to buy it either.
That's it.
That is the real issue.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, you want to know what I want? I want like $1,000 chef knife. You know what I'm never going to ask you for?
Yeah.
$1,000 chef knife. That's absurd.
No, I agree. And when people try to give, you end up giving some idea of something you don't really want.
Yeah.
Or really need. And it's just, nothing has hit me more this year than the kind of, just the oddity of the gift-giving consumerism. I know I don't want to get too deep on Spitballers.
No, let's get deep.
That's not
It's
the point of the two-man show is a deep analysis, but it's all just, I give you $10 so you can give him $10 so he can give you $10 that you can give me $10 so that we can all.
Keeping that economy alive.
There
brother.
are, the times that I've enjoyed it have been times I'm definitely not asking somebody what they want, ever. It's something that I think about during the year. I see something and I go, you know what? They would love that thing. It's got more sentimental value than it is getting them a Best Buy gift card or something. It's it could be not a lot of money, but it's something I know is special to you.
It feels so good when you have that thing. When you're like, oh, I thought of this thing.
You know what my dad's favorite thing like that is? It's watermelon Jolly Ranchers that cost nothing. That's his favorite gift in the world.
Well, that makes it easy.
Just because it was his favorite candy growing up. So if you get him those all the time, that's his favorite part of the gift. That's the type of thing that's like, okay, cool. You got something I couldn't get myself, or or don't think about getting myself.
The opposite is equally sucky. When you've got someone that you don't know what to get for them and you don't have any like nice sentimental meaning. So now I'm just like strolling through a Target, just like,
where's your gifts?
What? Yeah. I'm looking like what will be okay.
Yeah.
I don't want this thing. They don't want this thing. They're going to open it and be disappointed. But I'm going to purchase it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give it. And then eventually it's going in the garbage or Goodwill.
Oh, yeah. Or re-gifted. Alex from Patreon, would you rather mop your floors by sitting on a rag and bum shuffling to scrub all of them? Okay, I can picture that.
I think that word illustrates itself.
Or use your bare foot in a rag to clean all your toilets. So
Mop
mopping,
your floors by sitting on a rag and basically cleaning it with your bum, or cleaning your toilets with your foot, barefoot.
I think is that one.
Dude, but you can't choose that one. That's got to go in the water. You can't clean a toilet without going deep in the bowl.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying it's my foot. I mean, it's just, at least it's my foot. The other one is going to be exhausting. They said, hey, you're sitting on a rag. Do you know how many years this will take? If you told me to do one straight line bum shuffling across the floor, sure.
Well, this is a toilet. Wait, no, it's all your toilets. Okay, I was gonna make it like a small area of your house.
I just feel like I just commit the foot to disaster and then clean it afterwards.
I don't think I could do it, man. I don't think I could stick my foot in a toilet. I know the water is like, it's clean, right?
Well, not completely.
Well,
it's
but
a
the
dirty
bowl,
toilet.
it's a dirty bowl full of
mostly clean water that's taken some germs from the sides.
Yeah, exactly.
Your foot would be fine.
It's a mental thing. It's not.
You don't have foot orifices, right?
Of course, skin is an orifice. Your epidermis can take things in through the skin.
Why are you nodding, Al? That's not
right.
what I mean by orifice. Otherwise, that word has no meaning, right? Because it's used to describe holes on the body.
I was just nodding, and I was impressed with Jason's knowledge.
I don't know if his knowledge is knowledge.
The point here is, I mean, when you're talking about no orifices, this is germs and bacteria. Absolutely germs and bacteria.
The description of I said, define, is skin an orifice? Yes, the skin contains orifices.
Yes.
Which are the openings in the body that allow for the input or output. So pores technically would be tiny openings.
Yes.
But not what I meant.
Well, that's what I meant.
Anyways. Do you have any other holes on your feet?
Not that I know of. Just the pores that are not going into the toilet. Even if I think, and this might be stupid. I mean, it is stupid. But I think if it was a brand new, never before used toilet, and you hook it up and you fill it up with the water from the toilet line, like, I can't imagine sticking my hand in that. I can't even.
That'd be totally fine. I'd be fine with that.
I wouldn't. It's a mental
because that's where poopy belongs.
That's where poopy pee-pee goes, and putting my hand in there, I think that would like scar me.
If you could wear a sock while you did the cleaning, is that better or worse?
That's worse.
Okay, but
That's way worse.
There's a separation between the actual scrubby area.
Well, I mean, I guess
you're using the rag.
I assume I'm using my foot, but I'm not like.
What's your dexterity?
Scraping it off with my toes. Oh, my feet are super
dexterous.
Yes, dexterous.
So you could grab the rag, move the rag, turn the rag.
I'll throw a baseball, brother. I got them big long toes and
okay, no more.
I basically got 4 hands.
Okay, okay. You do your pull-ups, but upside down.
That's right.
Okay,
my legs are way stronger. I can't do one pull-up with my arms, but
you could do
no problem
the
with
other
it.
way.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you want a bum shuffle? Because I think you're getting tired, man.
Oh, I am getting tired, but you know what else I'm getting? A workout. Getting a good ab workout. It's like the guy who bear crawled a marathon.
Okay, you're bum shuffling. I am going to do the toilet cleaning. But Danny from Patreon wants to know, would you rather age at half speed, so it'd be 1 year every 2 calendar years, etc., and live to twice your normal expected lifespan, or
so that's compounding then. So like instead of living to 80,
half speed,
I live to 160, and each year I age.
Yeah, that's a way of saying that your body's progression of aging is slower. Okay. So
that's great. Or
age normally until you're 30, then stop aging completely, but die at your normal expected lifespan. So normal till 30, your 30-year-old body, and then you're good at that 30-year-old body till, let's call it 80 years old.
Great question.
This
Yeah,
one's
let's say 80.
Yeah, let's say you're dead at 80.
Where you're going to
Another one's 160.
Yeah,
But
160
slow progression.
and you get to have a slower progression. Now keep this in mind. Let's say, 30 years from now, 40 years from now is when I would live on the normal timeline. I'm 40, I would die at 80. If 50 years from now, there is incredible breakthroughs on science, medicine, and things to keep me feeling, even better, healthier, stronger. I miss out on that if I take the normal, the stop
You're
aging
saying,
but die.
Yeah, you're saying you could end up hitting those things if you take the normal?
Yeah, I'm saying if I go with the half-speed aging and I actually end up getting an additional 80 years of human existence, you know what I mean? Like the progression of humanity, almost another century.
Yeah.
I get to see so much more, and some of those things are going to help me to not feel like I'm...
They'll at least help you feel better when you are old.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's barely worth saying, but like if you... Yeah, okay, I don't know which one.
That being said, the difference between 30 and 40, if you haven't experienced it yet, that's a big deal. 40 sucks. I'm just throwing that out there, man.
Tried 50 on for size yet?
I haven't. I'm hoping to avoid it. Want to push that back? So there is something to aging normally till 30 and then stopping.
I imagine, yeah, that's tough because if you...
Living 50 years as a 30-year-old is pretty awesome.
So in the first scenario, you're 40 right now.
Right.
So.
Yeah, we'll round.
We'll call it 40. That means when you are feeling like a 50-year-old, you're actually 60.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So you're getting double the time. You're deteriorating half as fast, but you will deteriorate. And
you will deteriorate.
Like if you think about it this way, a 75-year-old, and let's say you're going to die at 80, you're going to get 10 years of being 75.
Right.
Equivalent. Or not 10 years, but you'll get...
Well, I'll get 2 years of
10 years
75.
worth of 75 to 80 gap
Man.
instead of 5.
So really what this comes down to is feeling good for the rest of your life until you die, or getting to see things later in human existence. Like that, for me, those are the two levers that I'm deciding between.
I'm taking the longer time.
I am surprising myself here. I think I'm going to take the 30. I think I want to live with a perfect health span right up until the day I die, and then...
Did you feel pretty good at 30?
I felt great at 30.
Yeah.
And I was overweight. I could still get in shape, be even better. But yeah, the body can heal, the body can... Yeah, I don't want to have, oh great, I get 2 years of feeling like I'm 75.
So you're going to live to 80, you're 40 now, let's say, and that's 40 years from now. If I took the first option, 40 years from now, I would be 60.
You would feel, yes, correct.
So I'd be 60, you'd be dead.
Correct.
Yeah. So I'd be 60, and I'd go to your funeral. I'll be like, he lived like a 30-year-old his whole life, and then I would have another 80 years. No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
40 years. Another 40 years to live because I'd be 60. Oh, no, wait.
No,
I am lost.
No, that's right. You would have another 80 years because you're going to live to 160.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one I'm going for.
When you explain
but I
it
will
like that,
visit your grave every year during my extra 80 years.
When you explain it like that, I feel like I'm really missing out here.
I mean,
like
it's all about quality quantity, right? Like everybody, it's easy to make the really like obvious decision of, okay, if you told me I was going to be a vegetable and I'm on machines, is it worth being alive or not? Well, a lot of people don't want to just be kept on a machine.
Right.
What are you a machine guy? Would you want to be on the machine?
I would not
Have you
want to
made
be
a
on the
decision
machine.
on the machine?
I don't have like a
directive?
do not resuscitate. But
That sounds like you're a machine guy.
No. I
You
don't
won't
want,
be able to
I
tell
want quality
somebody.
of life. I mean, I just chose to be 30 till I was 80.
So who's going to make the machine decision for you?
The doctor? I don't know.
I mean, no, it won't be the doctor. They'll go to the, if you don't have a directive.
Well, then it would be my wife.
Your wife. Well, does she know you're not a machine guy?
I'm not like I'm not like I want to be on a machine. I want to live on a breathing machine. I'm also not like, don't you dare put me on one.
You're cool with her deciding.
Yeah.
That's all I meant. Like, if
there's
you don't.
context of the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Al, do you have anything written up for this situation?
I do not.
Do you, Andy?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
So what do you have?
I have the DNR, basically.
Really? You're a do not resuscitate.
I think I've kind of told my wife, like, give it a little bit of time. That's basically what I've said. I'm like, if the doctor says it's like gonna be like really low odds or this amount, I was like, give it like 2 weeks more. But that's what I've told her.
Yeah, but I think if you've got a DNR, they're not allowed to intervene at all.
Well, however we have it written up, she can make a call.
I don't need the DNR because my life insurance policy is high enough that my wife will make that decision for me.
She's gonna cash in. She's just waiting every day. Is she feeding
waiting.
you bad foods and like high?
She keeps suggesting he goes on one of those machines. She's like, to keep him alive.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's a really good question.
That was very philosophical.
Why don't you do me a favor and explain something for us?
Okay.
Jason explains in 60 seconds.
Get ready to learn, people.
You've got 60 seconds to explain something very important. It's been making the news lately, and I want to learn more. Everyone wants to learn more.
I want to teach everybody.
So the answer is?
Quantum computing.
Oh, fantastic. All right, start that clock. Quantum computing is basically, instead of ones and zeros where you've got just a yes, a no, an off and on to use your computer chips and be able to make decisions, you now have, think of it more like a three-dimensional block where you could decide between multiple things at the same time. So instead of being like, oh, it's 100% yes or 100% no, you have the infinite range of between on and off where it could be like 90% on, 10% off. And it makes it to where your computing power is so much stronger that you can do more than you think possibly exists in a computer. And now it's like proven, or they say, Google's saying it's like proven the multiverse exists and that's real.
So Ant-Man is real? That's what you're saying?
I'm saying that there are like infinite possibilities of life, and this computing chip is proving it. Is that 60 seconds?
That was 60 seconds.
Wow.
All right. I think I did a pretty okay, decent,
quantum,
it's a bad job.
Quantum.
Yeah. Now, if you want to get quantum entanglement, that's where things really get fun. I was talking about particles hundreds of miles apart that are the same.
I didn't think you were this educated.
Oh, I'm not. I made it all up.
You did a good job. All right. Taking a break, coming back with That's a Great Question. All right, let's jump in.
That's a great question.
We've already had some great questions, but here's some more. Daniel from Patreon, if you could turn a door on or off, would on be when the door is open or closed?
That's a great question. That's a really good question.
I think it's a good question because a door, when I think of it as functioning, it is closed.
No,
but when I think of a door being a door,
yeah,
it's closed, right? So
that's the default status. That's
what
when it's off.
Well, but see, the default status for some would be on.
No, the default status is when it's not in use. It's off. And so if I want to turn it on, I want to open the door. I want to use the door. Let me ask you this. Do you turn something on to not use it? Andy, anything in life, do you turn it on to not use it?
Turn it on to not use it.
Do you think about turning that blender switch on so that it's default off? It makes no sense. The default mode is off.
Yeah. Circuit breaker on, power.
So if I'm turning that switch on,
power,
my door opens.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate of the other side. If a door is off its hinges, it's open.
If it's off its hinges, it's open, yeah.
Which means it's off.
It's hinges.
Yeah.
It's in use. I mean, I get, I mean, I think
so
it's a fun debate.
If you could turn the door on,
You're
like
saying,
if you were in a room and you were like, I'm going to push door on, door off, you hit on, you would freely walk through knowing it's open.
yes, I think that's
what
the right
that
way.
would be the assumption.
And the opposite take, the devil's advocate here, is that you're going to turn it on to have it be. I think the devil's advocate's stupid. I can't
really
justify
find so on is open.
On is open.
And off is closed.
Yeah, we just solved it.
So so an open doorway is considered on.
Correct.
Simon from Patreon, what would happen if you farted in a tub of oatmeal?
Oh, been there before.
No, you should not have been.
Can I tell you a fart in something story though?
yeah, man.
So this is really a little TMI, all right? But let me.
So a funny thing happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little rabbit hole journey. I've been cold plunging, right?
In oatmeal?
Not in oatmeal, very hard. That's hot plunging.
Okay.
No, cold plunging in freezing cold baths, down at like 48 degrees or something like that. It's very, very cold in there. And when I do it at my house, I usually go from either a hot shower or a sauna. And so I'm in my underwear. And so I go into the bath. I go into the cold plunge in my underwear. Pro tip.
Uh-oh.
Do not fart. It's so unbelievably cold. It's amplified like you wouldn't believe.
Wait, you're saying if you come out of it?
I'm saying when you fart and you're underwater.
Wait, cold farting? Is a
man.
Why would that matter?
It's going to freeze something. It's going to freeze something right there. Those cold bubbles come up.
Really?
And, oh, brother. Holy moly. It is an experience that you're going to have once.
No one talks about this with the benefits of cold plunging.
I haven't.
Or the negatives.
The literature is not really on whether you should or shouldn't fart in the cold plunge.
The pros-cons list is never like pros, longer health, dopamine, it's all good. Negatives. You can't fart.
Can't fart. Yeah,
okay. Hold
your farts.
What would happen if you did fart in a tub of oatmeal? Would it bubble to the top and release, or would it be eternally trapped until someone uncovered it? I mean, my first gut is the second one.
It's just a matter of power, brother. I mean, how
you're
much?
Farting downward. If you're in a tub, you're farting downward.
This is the thing.
And oatmeal's compact.
It doesn't matter if the air wants to get to the top.
Yeah, but if it's way down, there are layers, man, layers and layers of oatmeal.
Absolutely. So then it's really just a matter of how much fart you got. Because imagine that you had a bowl of oatmeal. Okay, and you take a straw and you put that straw in the bowl of oatmeal, and
you started to blow,
and I start blowing. Yeah. Obviously, the air's going to come up,
but not right away.
Yeah. So this is like how long
you can hide a fart under oatmeal.
You can hide a fart under oatmeal.
That's
you can 100% hide a fart under oatmeal. But you can't hide 1,000 farts under oatmeal.
No, because it would come to the top. It would
come up, and then that's a Dutch oven that you don't want. Now let me ask you this: if it's maple and brown sugar oatmeal, would the fart smell bad, or would the fart smell awesome? You know what I mean? Like full bathtub of maple and brown sugar, delicious scented.
I think they'd mix, and I've yet to find.
Probably smell awful.
It'd probably be really bad. I mean,
I would love it.
That would be a Quaker Oats Dutch oven. Is what you're saying?
Yes. Quaker bloats.
Parker from Patreon. When you are at a restaurant and someone that you don't know is celebrating their birthday, should you join in and sing? Should you clap when they blow out the candles, or do nothing? We've all been here.
Mm-hmm.
What have you done historically?
I've done both. It really depends on the mood. You know what I mean?
If it's a clappy song, like some places there's a big to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's more hokey. Some places are more like polite.
Yeah, it's really. I think you nailed it on the clapping. Like when there's the whole, is it one waiter that comes out, or did they bring their team? If they brought their team of all the waiters have to go and do this big clappy happy song, I'll clap if I'm nearby. I'll get in on that. I'll give some yeehaws.
And you'll clap at the end.
Yeah.
How many birthdays have to happen in a restaurant for it to be too much for your trip? Like if it's not you.
3 would be too much. I've
3 birthdays surrounding
3 birthdays is too much. If 3 birthdays is I'm in the wrong spot. If I'm not here for my birthday, like if there's 3 different birthday parties, I know I made a mistake
because they're all interruptions.
It's a
You're probably in
birthday
the middle of a
restaurant.
sentence, and you hear them start to do it, and everybody stops.
Yeah, because imagine we've all been there for one, all of us, and then imagine 10 minutes later another one happens. It'd be like, oh, okay. I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even think about it. But the
I'd
second
be like,
that the
ha,
third
ha.
one happened,
Like, where am I?
mean, what is going on?
Am I at the birthday spot?
Right, like, what is the name of this restaurant? Are they famous for their birthday celebrations?
Now, Deucers, any of you guys ever, like, you've had the birthday song sung to you? Any of you like that? Any of you want the restaurant to sing to you?
I don't know that there's a person in existence that does.
No. There's a situation.
I
Would
bet
you-
Josh does.
Josh,
I like to do the singing. I don't want to be sang to.
But let me get to where I'm going. Most places will give a free dessert to the birthday person.
Oh, yeah.
And
Josh
most
is
of the
in.
time you have to decide, is the song worth the free dessert?
I'm honestly surprised you've ever gone to a restaurant without it being your birthday.
I'm surprised you've not told them every time it's your birthday, anniversary, or a special occasion.
Then you got to not share the dessert with your kids, and then they get mad at you.
Wait,
and-
you don't share your dessert with the kids?
It's my birthday dessert.
But what if it's not really your birthday?
It's still my birthday dessert.
So if you go in there and you lie and you say it's your birthday and they bring you out a cake, you're not sharing that.
No, it's an individual birthday cake.
Would that give you permission to get your kids a dessert?
They can claim it's their birthday.
Oh, our family was all born on the same day.
You've had this song sung to you, obviously.
Yep.
Do you just endure it? You're fine
well,
with it, or do you?
Of course. Who would not? What is not enduring it look like? You just get up and walk
There
out.
are people that tell their significant other, "You do not let this happen."
For sure.
That's all I
Beforehand.
mean.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
but once it starts,
Stop!
Yeah. Once it starts, you're already
If the birthday
on the plane
person-
that has taken off. You're not getting off.
if you ran away, what happens? Like if you ran straight out the door,
Do the
do
waiters
they finish
follow
the song?
you?
No, do they finish the song?
But here's the thing. Let's say you're the birthday boy,
birthday bar.
and everyone knows it's your birthday. The whole wait staff knows it's you. They come up, they start singing to you. I stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I start slowly walking away, facing them, but just like walking to the side, walking backwards. How far do I get before they stop or they follow?
I don't think they follow. I think they'll look.
But are they singing to me still?
Yeah, they're still looking at you while they sing.
standing at we got to try this out. I want to see if I can get a marching
Can
band.
you get into the bathroom?
right?
Will they
Just-
come into the bathroom?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, well,
Because if the birthday boy left, if I got up and just went to the bathroom, right when they start singing, they come out, happy birthday to you, and I leave. What do they do? Do they?
I think they finish the song there because
at the table
Yeah,
without the birthday
yeah,
boy.
Yep.
So they're singing to nobody.
I think so.
We
I think
gotta-
that's what
we
would
gotta
happen. I
find
think
this
that's what would
out.
happen. You got to get out of there quick though, because they're shortening these songs.
I
mean, they're-
know.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! And
Yeah.
then it's done.
Jeff on the website. If a vampire bites a zombie, does the zombie become a vampire or the vampire become a zombie?
Very good question. We're gonna have to work through this. Mike, I'm sure, knows the answer.
It really seems like a Mike question here.
If a vampire bites a zombie,
So if a vampire bites anything, they become a vampire. Generally, a zombie has to bite somebody, don't they?
yeah,
Papa Josh can weigh in because he's,
Yeah, I mean, but
he's a professional
I would
zombie
imagine if
guy.
you're getting your saliva in their blood.
Can you bite it? If you weren't a vampire and you just bit a zombie, do you become a zombie?
No.
The zombie has to bite you, right?
No, they're both undead. They're not alive, so they're not affected by the other's like disease /
Oh, you're saying the vampire
powers.
and the zombie. That's not what I asked you.
One of them has to become the other.
I asked you
a
if a human
a vampire is much stronger than a zombie. So if one was going to happen, the vampire would turn the zombie, but that's not physically possible.
What
in
I wanted to
reality.
know is if I'm a regular person and a zombie's over there, and I walk over and I sneak up and bite the zombie as a person.
Yes, you'll become a
I'll
zombie.
become a zombie for
Yeah.
biting it. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And everybody's nodding at this. They all know this about zombies.
I'm amazed you don't know this.
well,
about
no.
zombies.
Let me.
Not a lot of movies have a plot where the humans are biting the zombies to become zombies.
It's also, I think there are different versions of zombies out there because it's a matter of how did this start? Because, like there are some animals that are, they're venomous, but that doesn't mean they're poisonous. You can eat them and you're not getting the poison because it comes from the teeth. But if it's like a fungal start and it can be spread through the air, then of course any part of that zombie
What
would
about
make
a
you a
quantum
zombie.
though? Look, so you're saying a vampire is a stronger creature than a zombie by just
Every
the undead standard?
yes,
by
every
orders
metric.
of magnitude.
By orders of magnitude. So they can turn a zombie into a vampire zombie? Would it be a vampire zombie or just a zombie? Or
It would
just a
have
vampire?
it would have to be a vampire zombie
Because it doesn't bring it back to
It
life.
does not bring it back to life. It stays undead. It already was undead. So really, I think an undead thing can become a vampire because it's still undead.
But not from biting. They just have like the power over them. So like vampire lords will have legions of undead minions.
All right, let's turn the mic off now. Al, that one was too far. Make sure he
that
can't
was a
talk
little
anymore.
too in depth.
Yeah.
Nerd. Yeah, where are you going after work? Okay, so that settles that. We'll take a break and we'll draft. Well, now that we've got all of our zombie stuff taken care of, we can get back into the holiday spirit.
The Spitballers Draft.
Well, Jason mentioned it at the top. We're very knowledgeable on this subject. The best things to do in the snow as we get ready for a holiday break, celebrate Christmas with the families. Jason, we don't get a lot of time in the snow, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a list of things we do immediately if we saw snow.
Yeah, it's not like we haven't seen a movie about the snow.
Yeah.
Or things. You know what? We might know better than other people because we long for the snow. We watch something and go, that is something I would dream of doing in the snow.
There are people that come to Arizona and they see cactuses and they're like, oh, that's so amazing.
Cactus suck.
We don't think that.
No, they're
But
awful.
we do think snow's amazing because we don't see it. So when we see it, it's like you're in a magical place.
You guys are so passionate about snow. You want to do 5 rounds?
Five
rounds.
Yeah, we'll do 5 rounds of the best things to do in the snow. I guess I get the first pick. It's going to be a mix of things I've actually done and things that I want to do and things that I think are just like, is snow magical in and of itself?
Yes. Yes,
It
snow
is-
is magical. I don't know.
It's like water with magic.
I don't remember. I don't believe I have been in a real snowfall.
Right, like one of the picturesque out the window.
I've been there where some flakes are falling to the ground. But usually when I'm in the snow, it has snowed.
Right.
And now there is still snow on the ground, and that I've experienced many times. But I don't know if in my entire life I've ever been where I just have the picturesque moment of bringing my hands up to the falling snow.
Yeah.
I
And
think
stick your tongue out and have it fall on your tongue.
Whoa, that might be something on my
All right.
list. All right.
I will go with a snowball fight. That is my number one pick, a snowball fight. I have had many snowball fights. They are quite wonderful. And it's competitive, and I'm going to pick something competitive.
Yeah, that's fun. That's
Although taking too hard of the snowball to the face, that's
on you, bro.
what, it's on my face?
It's on you if you're taking snowballs hard to the face. You can duck and dodge a snowball.
You ever been hit by like an ice ball, though?
No.
Okay.
Is that
No.
different?
Next time we're up north.
Wait, you have ice balls?
Sometimes the snow is pretty compact.
Huh.
There's a right consistency of snow for
I've never had a
fight.
snowball fight.
That's what I got that impression. Yeah. Yeah. So you've never got one.
I've never had a real snowball fight ever in my life.
You can build up little like defensive positions.
When I've been in the snow, I have taken, you're usually wearing snow gloves, and it has taken me 20 years to make a snowball.
Because you're not. Do you
I'm
have
not
the
good at it.
multi fingers or
Yeah,
you going
yeah.
mittens?
I got the fingers, but it's just like I can't ever make a good snowball.
Oh. So you've tried to have a snowball fight and you couldn't do it?
I guess
That's
so.
what
It just feels like in order to have a good snowball fight, you need like 20, 30 snowballs before you start the
if
snowball
you were going to
fight.
do a snowball fight, you would buy the machinery needed.
You darn right
You'd
I
have
would.
trebuchets. You'd probably hire somebody to make the snowballs for you.
If it isn't fully automatic, I don't want it.
Yeah. All right, you are up. I'm going snowball fight. What is your number one pick?
Man, I'm between two. All right, I'm gonna take the snowballs that I can make.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a snowman.
Oh, snowman. You can make a
I can make 3 big snowballs.
Yes.
That is easy to do. But building a snowman is kind of like, it's like the default first
is
thing
it fun?
I do.
Is it, you enjoy it?
Not really. It's like I build a small snow.
Do you feel obligated once you see snow to build a snowman?
I really do. Like when I get in snow, almost always the first thing I do is like just start building up a little snowman. I'm not making something life size. I'm just making a little tiny snowman on the ground. But that's really common. And my son Isaac always loves making snowmen. Like that's one of his. He enjoys.
That's his favorite thing. Okay, all right. So you're going snowman. I think it's a good pick. You've got another one.
Oh, I got 2. Well,
Yeah.
that's great because I was between 2, and that makes it easy. I'm gonna pee in the snow.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Now, are you writing something?
I'm writing my name for sure. It depends on how
Man.
full I am. I might need to go initials. But I can get that whole thing.
It's one of the
done.
worst things about being named Bartholomew.
Oh man,
is
good
you can
luck.
never actually
Get that whole name out.
without
But yeah,
kidney
I mean,
problems.
peeing in the snow is a good time. The hot and the cold, put them together, it just makes sense.
As
you know?
a man, that feels like one of the true privileges I have.
Right, yeah,
Because I
because
can go right in the snow.
I think it's a lot
It's not
easier
that cool,
for us.
but it's way easier.
Yeah.
So you're gonna build a snowman, then you're gonna pee on him.
I don't know if I'm going to pee on the snowman.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to pee on the snow that built the snowman. And
I
then
will-
I will build the snow.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'm gonna go with sledding.
Have you ever peed in the snow?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh
Nice.
yeah, many times. Always very curious of how well it will melt and
That's the
how
big-
hot's my pee.
Exactly. Can I just get a hole to
What
form?
is do different people have different temperatures, or is all our pee the same temperature?
I
That-
guarantee mine's hotter than yours.
Okay.
Oh man, this
That's
is a
the better-
competition.
That's the better one.
I don't know if it's
So
good. I
hotter
just
is
know
good.
I run hot.
Does
and I
it
guarantee
burn when
my-
it's coming
my pee
out?
runs hot too.
Oh my gosh, we have to test this.
I don't know about that. Can I go back to picking sledding?
Sure.
I'm picking sledding. That is fun, and it's also not like even when you're older, you can go grab a sled and go sledding. You don't have to go on the biggest run, or it's just a fun activity. Everybody wants to go fast through the snow and hopefully not hit a rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll go sledding, and then I can't draft pee
Yeah. Loser.
because that one's already gone.
Poop.
Poop in the snow.
I want to see how hot my dump is.
Oh man. I will go ice skating.
Okay.
I will go ice skating as the picturesque, fun thing to do in the snow. Now, I imagine that's fun if the snow is falling too.
I am so happy you picked ice skating because it is on my list. Ice skating in the snow seems like the way to do it. Like I would imagine you're on a lake. Like this is real ice skating.
Yeah.
There's no like brought in, manufactured, refrigerated, frozen water. This is nature's ice rink, and I love that. But what I hate, and I mean hate, you have no idea. This is
a fear.
We're not talking. No, oh no, oh,
You're not
the fear
afraid of falling through?
Oh, of course, everyone is and should be, but that's
Okay,
not where I was
okay.
going. Oh, that's terrifying. No, but what I hate is ice skating. I hate
I was gonna
ice
ask
skating.
if you're good at
it.
it.
Hate it, and that's the reason why I hate it because I am bad at it.
So do you fall?
I don't do it, Andy.
Okay,
So,
okay. All right.
If I ice skate, I don't fall. I don't put myself in a situation to be able to fall. I'm usually like walking around the outside holding the wall.
Oh, really? You're one of those?
Yeah, I don't want to be there, man.
Yeah.
I'm not good. It's funny too because it went straight to my kids. I have a boy and a girl, twins, and obviously we don't get a lot of ice skating experience, right? In Arizona, it's not a common thing. So when I took them ice skating, we were on a cruise that had an ice skating rink,
Of course.
and
As all cruises must.
I forget which line, but one of the lines they all have ice rinks in them. Is pretty common. Anyways, my daughter, she was a pro. She
Just
got
knew
on
how to
there
do
and
it.
just was an ice skater. Oh man,
Your son?
my son had a bad time. I mean, he was so angry. He was so upset at
Was this
how
as bad as when you were like paddleboarding or whatever you were doing?
Yes, it was just like that. He couldn't do it. He was frustrated, and it's like you're
And,
out.
and your daughter's just like pirouetting all over the place?
Yeah, and you're wanting to get. You're just like you've got to be out there for whatever the allotted time is. So it's like you come in 20 minutes. So he's just – it was awful.
Were you a rollerblader?
No, same thing. Same. I don't have the. I don't have those skills.
Did you try?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense why you couldn't ice skate.
Yeah.
You really just didn't want to endeavor onto thinner amounts of putting your weight on.
I didn't need to.
Okay.
I like running.
You've lived your life just fine without it.
Yep.
All right, Jason, back to you. You have a snowman. You've written your name with P.
Yep.
As the one is known to do. And now it is time to select the next best thing to do in the snow.
All right. I'm going to take skiing. Skiing is something you can't do without snow. You know what I mean? You can ice skate without snow.
I think for most people listening that have experience with snow, they would be shocked that we took it at this stage of the draft. But I didn't feel like I could pick it because I've never been skiing. Ever.
Really?
Never. You've been skiing. All the deucers, have you all been skiing?
I've been
Yes,
water
sir.
skiing.
All right. Turn the mic off.
Yeah, let's not let him do the talking anymore.
God.
I have skied. I have never snowboarded. I'd like to try that.
Okay. Yeah.
I have skied. I have not snowboarded.
And you got a big concussion when you skied.
I had to have. I've only gone skiing once in my life. It was a ski trip, so it was a couple days of skiing. But it was fun, and I felt like I really felt like I got the hang of it pretty quickly. Unlike ice skating, I felt good at it. So
you're like, let's do one last run.
One last run, and then it really wasn't my fault. It was the kid going sideways. But anyways,
and you ran into him.
He clipped my ski while I was going very fast.
And then you ended up tumbling down the mountain?
Oh, man. I wish I could have seen it or I had it on video.
Oh.
That'd be an all-timer. I definitely cartwheeled 100 times.
Oh.
I mean, it was not good.
All right, so you'll take skiing. You'll grab that one. It's a great value pick right now.
Now, where I go to the snow most often, I love hiking.
What?
I'm not hiking in the snow. The place where it snows, when it isn't snowy, I go hiking. When
okay.
I go up to the cabin, I love to hike. I love to walk. I do not like walking in the snow. Walking in snow is awful. It sucks. So I'm going to take a snowmobile. That seems awesome. I want to ride around and watch all these people who can barely walk through the snow. And I hope, I don't know for sure, but I hope like the back of my snowmobile kicks up a bunch of snow.
Yeah, you can whip some snow in their face.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be
Snowball
like
fight.
that car driving through the puddle while you walk down the street.
That's you?
Yeah. I think riding a snowmobile would be awesome. For some reason, that seems way more fun than like an ATV when it's not like I have no desire when it doesn't have snow. Like I want to walk. I don't want to take a little ATV. That doesn't seem fun. But put snow on there and I don't want to walk. I want to ride on a snowmobile.
I don't believe the words you're saying about walking or hiking. However, I've been on jet skis, and I'm mad. That's how I think about it. Have anybody
so fun.
in Deucer's Alley been on a snowmobile?
Not me.
I've been water skiing. So look, that's a great pick. I had just put it on my list and would love to have picked it. I've never done it. It sounds great. Is it back to me?
It should be.
My final two picks. One, I'm going to go ice fishing because I'm just sitting, and that sounds great. I love sitting.
Dude, that's where I'm terrified. And I know it's
because the hole, you're going to fall into it?
I'm cutting into the frozen lake or river. It just seems so dangerous. And people obviously ice fish all the time. No, it's that I think it's safe.
You're only ice fishing when you need to core out a big – Josh, you've ice fished before, right?
I have.
Oh, gosh, thank goodness. And, you're just hanging out. You're fishing. You're in a shack. You're probably drinking something delicious. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
So that would be my first pick. The second one, man, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. I'm going to say trying to build an igloo.
Really? Now, do you build igloos out of snow? Or you're just doing that in the snow and
Do you
brought
need
like
ice
blocks
for that?
of ice?
Does it have to be ice? We know nothing about snow.
I know nothing about igloos. Here's what I know about igloos.
Like I said,
An igloo,
snowboarding.
An igloo is...
Do you know what describe an igloo?
An igloo is a small structure built of blocks of ice that somehow is supposed to keep you warm. That's literally what I think of it. I don't know if that's right or not right, but that is like factually what my brain knows an igloo is. So, on today's episode of What Did We Learn Today, I want to learn what in the world is an actual igloo.
I feel like I've seen those survival shows where people dig out like shelters.
Igloo is a dome-shaped dwelling made from blocks of snow or ice.
Okay. Whew.
Typically used in the Arctic region.
Yeah, that's what I love doing.
Also known as snow houses or snow huts. So you're building the snow house.
Yes, that sounds fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So you got one final pick, Lucky.
I'm going to go tubing.
Tubing.
I'm going to go tubing. Yeah, I think that's
cool.
Yeah,
very different. Yeah.
Hey, you just were about to take snowboarding
before this draft. As we find out what we're drafted, I'm like, I go sledding, tubing. He goes, those are the same thing, and now he took it.
Well, because you took sledding first.
Yeah, all right, you can do tubing. Tubing is it's very similar to the sled, only you're on a tube.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really fun. And I'm going to be honest with you, Andy. I would rather go tubing than sledding. You got the wrong
Which
vehicle.
one's more likely to eat it? Like for you to fall? I feel like tubing.
Feel like sledding.
No, sledding?
But
Sledding.
if you fall tubing, your tube is bouncy and soft, whereas your sled will knock you out.
So you're saying it's better to be on a tube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
that's for like if you're not a pro or experienced. Like the kids would get on tubes and the pros would get on sleds.
Yeah, pro sledding is a huge, huge thing.
Huge sport.
I believe it's being added to the Olympics.
You notice neither of us drafted snow angels?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Would that have been one of yours?
So it's cool, whatever. But like, to be honest, you got to lay down in the snow, man. Why is that fun?
Yeah, you do get pretty covered in snow.
I don't understand why that would be. That's nowhere near as fun as peeing on.
What's the
snow.
biggest snow like play day mistake you've ever made? Because for me, it was we did not buy our kids the waterproof gloves.
Gosh. Or,
Everybody had like mittens and stuff, and within 2 seconds they had hypothermia.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
We don't know about snow people.
No. What are snow? Who are snow people? They sound scary.
Hunting snow people is one of my picks I didn't take.
Oh, we're going 6 rounds? Hunting snow people?
What does this say, Al? You're trying to tell me
It says generally tubing is considered better if you want a carefree, faster ride, but
with less control.
With less control, but sledding is better if you want more maneuverability and steering.
Which I
You
clearly
can steer a sled?
Yeah, you can steer a sled.
Like without reindeer? Oh, dadgummit, I had some on my...
Without reindeer?
Oh,
Oh,
man.
you forgot to pick something?
I did. I was going to pick...
you want to substitute tubing?
Yeah, you want me to?
Yeah,
can
go
I?
ahead and get rid of tubing.
Dog
Tubing
sledding.
That's what you'd like to do?
Yes, because like, when you go mush, what's that called? Is
Dog
it just called
sledding?
dog sledding?
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Well, I thought there was like a name for like a sport.
Wait, if that had been called something else, would you have taken the thing that said mush or the dog sledding?
It's literally called mushing.
I would take dog sledding. That name sucks. Mushing?
Is that
Mushing
because
is-
we all read the books when we were young of the great dog sled races?
Yeah, mushing is a sport or
That's
transport
different than dog
method
sledding?
powered by dogs.
Yeah, that's
No,
dog
mushing is dog sledding.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay, I take
Just
dog
like
sledding.
sledding is tubing, which I get both now. All right, that'll do it for today's draft.
Hold on.
What did we learn today?
If you get both, which one are you sitting on? Which one would you pick?
I think I'm taking the sled still.
You liar.
I think I'm taking this. I
I
want
think
the
if you're up
control.
at the top of a hill and there's a sled and a tube.
No, I've been on a tube on the top of a hill, and when you go down in a tube, you absolutely have no control. You are out of control. Any direction you have not. When you're on a sled, I can lean left and right.
I will say too, on the tube, your bum is in the hole of the tube and exposed to like rocks.
Oh yeah,
I've taken a rock in the bum on a
you
snow tube.
telling me
I guess
Junior.
what kind of sled?
all of them. You
Like-
can just lean left and right, and you can angle.
But I'm
You can
saying
also take your feet out
when I
and stop
say
yourself.
when I say a sled that you're doing a snow sled. Describe what that looks like to me.
a snow sled,
Yeah,
it can either be one of those plastic sleds that you get in that's like a
like a shield.
not a shield, no,
Because I've seen those where it's
a
like
sled shape.
Okay, is there metal
There can be.
bars under it?
An old school sled would be like a piece of wood with two metal outside pieces, and it's shaped like a rectangle, and you go down a hill.
That seems fun, except I feel like they don't make those for my size.
That might be true. And the tube,
unless you have reindeer.
the tube, we can get you in there.
All right.
What'd you learn today?
I learned what an igloo was. I didn't know for sure.
Yeah. I learned what bum shuffling is when it comes to cleaning your house, and I am not going that direction. So
No, you're putting your feet in the toilet, you disgusting pig.
yeah, not even a clean toilet, huh?
I don't think so. It's something. It's a mental hurdle.
Makes sense.
Pee and poop goes there.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have a snowball fight. Take care, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.